What is up, MFers, and welcome out to the St. Johns River.
These manatees? Dude, there's manatees under the boat right here.
Bassmaster Elite Series stop number 4 of the season. Tournament number 5, stop number 4 had the classic mixed in there as well. We have made it up here out of Palatka, Florida at the Airbnb. Beautiful lake right back behind us. It's not a lake on the chain actually, but we're the St. Johns River, a place that is extremely large, extremely long, has a lot of different lakes, has some locks once again, and a place that the Elite Series has been over and over and over. But the Elite Series, kind of like the Harris chain we just came from, has pretty much only been there in the winter months, the spawn months. And so we're mixing it up this time. We're here in April, and that's going to be a lot more shad spawn, post spawn fish in a totally different fishery than we have seen before. So I'm excited for that. Personally, just came off a terrible event at Harris chain, and we're about to get after this little abbreviated practice. Since the first day of the Harris chain Elite Series event got canceled, that slid everything back one day, which means instead of 3 days of practice we usually have, now we have 2 days of practice. So much a larger fishery, maybe a bigger fishery than anywhere else, lengthwise and travel time wise than anywhere on our schedule, and we're gonna have to cover that in 2 days of practice. So I'm about to get out there today, totally focused today, fishing offshore, scanning for shell bars, scanning for schools of bass, which means probably gonna be really boring, and Coleslaw's gonna stay here and edit. I'm gonna have the GoPro running. We'll talk whenever we get anything going. Hopefully catch a couple bass today to find, but I'm excited for this one, and hopefully we can turn this around. Let's get after them.
Well, that ain't good. You can do whatever you want, man. I probably won't be here long. I appreciate it. Ah, nah, you're good. Little drop shot fish. First bass of the day, about a 3-pounder. Pretty dang tough so far today, though, down here in the way south part of the river. I don't know. I think they're pretty pressured. They're clearly not fat. They are skinny boys and girls. That's the first bass I've caught today, so that's just a guess. That was kind of interesting. I got a good shell bar with some fish kind of glued to the bottom, and then some other fish that are just blasting around all aimless directions eating bait. And I cast Carolina rig to it a bunch of times, nothing. I literally drifted with my worm out, just going with the current. Dunk. Oh. There we go. There we go. Try not to show the whole crew over here, of course. Oh no, there's a bass boat coming. Good.
Has one out now, obviously full swing. Full swing GCs for Formula One.
Welcome to day number 2, the final day of practice. Yesterday, found some groups on the river, way down south. I don't know, I think it's probably like 50 miles from launch, maybe 60 miles. And they're actually really tough to catch, so I didn't love that. Today we're in Lake Rodman, and it's kind of known to be a lake where it's a little bit easier to catch, you know, some decent fish. It might be a little bit more of a consistent game plan, but from the looks of it, everyone else knows that too. There's like 25 boats at this lake this morning, so that kind of sucks, but I pre-practiced here for a day and found a couple sweet spots. I'm gonna go check those this morning because it's really foggy, and some guys won't be able to see me as easy from a distance because it's foggy. And we're just gonna have to see what the bite's like, obviously, like we always do. But this is more standing timber, kind of like a Texas lake. Standing timber, open water type deal. And it's definitely gonna play in the tournament, so we got to check it, get her figured out a bit. After I kind of look around here, see what the fishing's like, we might end up going back down south to try to find a shallow bite more, so something a little bit more consistent than those fish on those groups of fish on the mouth of those creeks, because there's only a handful of decent ones, and if there's people on those, it's gonna be a problem. But I always like to, when I pre-fish, just kind of get, I don't have a game plan going into it. I have stuff that I'd like to look at, but if I need to look at an area longer and it's noon and I'm like, at 1 o'clock I said I was gonna leave, I'll look at it longer. So we might be here till 4 o'clock, we might be here till 10 o'clock. I have no freaking idea. We might be here the whole day if it looks really good. So, practice. Let's find them. It's a decent fish. Decent fish. It's actually a bass. Look at that guy. Got him. Go over to this side, you fucker. I was like, it looks big and he's just under it. Of course, he had to come up and make the loudest splash for not doing anything. Sweet. I think I don't think I snagged him because it was in his mouth. That was like a 6-pounder though.
This was a cool little high hard spot I saw practice. Didn't have anything on it. God damn it. Came out of freaking nowhere. There's gonna be some big ass bags waiting here. By me. Sweet. 5.5 pounder. Jergens. Everyone in the fucking lake heard it, I think. She was a loud jumper. So, once again, channel edge next to a point. Getting so sick of these fucking trees already. Wow. It's actually a 2 pounder maybe. Match the hatch, Cole. Still alive. Living threadfin. Wow. I was wondering if those were bass because they were chasing my jerkbait, but now they're fucking gone already. Crappie. Sakalai. No wonder frickin' looks like there's some decent ones in here. Lee's gonna be pissed. We ain't got time to clean fish tonight, Lee. Get out of me. Well, I want to get in there and wreck my troll motor. Yep. Mm-hmm. What did we do here? I think he's under a tree weird. Was taking it from his friends, and now he's under the tree. And he was a gar. That's another gar. That's a beggin'. 2 casts in a row. You think so? Dude, I'm not moving him. I know that. That's a lot of teeth, coleslaw. Aww. That was my PB. Stupid, because these fish are set up, suspended in the fucking timber like they should be. And a gar just shoots out and does gar stuff. They turn from a solid blob to a fuzzy line. and 1 tail kick. Whoa, are these manatees? Dude, there's manatees under the boat right here. Look at them. See them? That's what these fucking giant things are. I thought that they were, there's one right there too. Boulders. Those are manatees, dude. Giant manatees. Hi, buds. How's the eelgrass taste? About had a dang trolling motor mark in his head. Sneaky guys. Now that I know what they look like, yeah. Manateesing. Dude, they manateesed us. I thought that was a big old bass on the screen. Nope. I'm just kidding. I'm not that stupid. There's more up here, I think. Good old school of tees. This looks awesome. I don't know if these are bass, but it's like a fucking tree pile on the drop off outside of the bluegill beds and eelgrass. So probably the worst spot on the lake. Sneaky little snake.
Where the hell did he come from?
Just out here cruising with his buds. Apparently I should let him fight a little bit more. Think it's cool. Whoa, they're loaded. Where was that? Do it. Are you serious? It's gonna say. One of them's gonna get it eventually. That one's all you, Cole. A couple of them looked decent, actually. They're loaded right there. I think that's a gar. Nope. Why was he there? Also, why is he so small and mad? Well, he doesn't weigh very many pounds. Yep. Kind of sucks I didn't find anything like, I don't think, ledge-wise between here and Palatka that looked great. Are you a bass? Nope. It's a gar. All right.
Have fun, bud.
That's your gar now. If he gets out, he can live.
He made it in here. He can make it out.
That's true. He's like a dinosaur, so he already beat extinction once. He should be able to figure out how to get out of a fucking boat. Dude, I can smell him from here. He's probably laying on my life jacket too. All right, cocksucker. Oh, he's all bleeding and shit. Oh.
Might be a bass. Probably isn't. It's a bass! Right on the back of the ledge, like he's supposed to be. Now we just need to frickin' skinny boy. Ow, he bit me. Did you see that? He freaking ow, he did it again. God damn, everything's grumpy out here. I'm pissed off. That bass just bit me. That bird tried to swoop down and bite Cole's head. Practice is coming to an end. That's what that means. Okay, that's a wrap on 2 days of practice here at Palatka. Like I told you at the start of the video, or the start of practice, it's like an inordinate amount of water to break down, especially the first time you've ever been here. In 2 days or 10 days or 20 days. It's ridiculous. The good thing is we have 2 different areas that I feel like we can do well in. Not like guaranteed to win or anything like that, but if we put our head down and grind, we could make some things happen. Today I actually caught a really good bag because of 2 big fish. One of them I dicked around with and didn't get in the boat. The other one, obviously, you guys saw. The other one was a little bit bigger that I dicked around with, but hoping those aren't lyre fish. Jerk bait, channel swings, points, in the lake we were at today. Makes sense. And then we got out a little bit of open water, scoped some 1 3/4 to 2.5, 3 pound keepers on bait and kind of cruising by themselves. So feel good about that. And then we got the fish we found yesterday that were kind of like some post spawn to summer offshore fish. That the thing I worry about with there is it can't handle much pressure, and they already are very pressured and didn't want to bite. So if more than 7 or 8 boats go down there, it's cooked. But tentatively, the game plan is to start in Rodman, hopefully get a couple good bites, or at least get some solid keepers, and then see where that gets us, see if we're kind of feeling the vibe there to stay there all day, or make the 40-mile run south to our other fish. I'm not really sure what to do quite yet. We have a poor boat number 80 something, and so that means we fish till 4:30. So we have time to do some of that. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get into the lock the first cycle at Rodman, so that'll be interesting. I don't know how many boats it holds or how many people are going there, of course, but I think it closes at 7:30, and we should be able to make it, or not 7:30, 8 o'clock, and we should be able to make it by then, even with our late boat number, since it's only probably 20 minutes tops from launch. So it takes about 15 minutes to launch all the boats, so that would put us there at the very latest by 7:35, 7:40. But gonna be an interesting one. To say my boat and tackle and everything is a disaster right now is a massive understatement. But at the same time, I feel solid about it. I know a lot of guys are shitting their pants, supposedly. They were at Harris Chain too, supposedly. And then all of a sudden everyone comes in with 20 pounds. But here it seems like pretty legitimate just from what I've seen out there. Like, it would have been very easy for me to catch like 2 2-pounders in all of practice. Like, that was not far off. So for me to be like feeling comfortable because of what I caught is also scary to me as well. What I do know is we gotta have fun, we gotta grind, gotta work our ass off, and we're gonna run the damn Bass Cat all over the damn St. Johns River from about Jacksonville to about, what's the tip of, like, Fort Lauderdale. We'll be down by Fort Lauderdale by the end of the tournament, and then back up to Jacksonville. But thank you so much for watching this one. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a grind, and we got 4 days, hopefully, to get back on the right track. We'll catch you tomorrow, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.